out of the black-white vampire decks. I tried to name them differently. This is only the third day that we've played a non-horse build, and I was kind of named the horse builds something different. So this build's kind of similar to what we were doing before, except we've removed the horses, which makes the 3-mana token producer a little worse. I think that token producer is still probably good and probably will be better than some of the cards we have in the deck. But this deck's just slightly more aggressive, and like we've got these 6/1 drops instead. We don't have any Legion's Landings, but like we've not been flipping Legion's Landings a lot with this deck, so I'm not actually sure how I feel about this build. This is a random like 5-0 build from a player that I kind of like, but overall I'm going to say that this probably will not end up being where we actually want to be. We'll probably want to take a more tokenish route to the list. Probably something similar to the horse list we ran, except Champions of Dusk over the horses and possibly a couple of Sanctum Seekers somewhere, or Sanctum Seekers somewhere in the main deck. But right now we're playing this build, and we're going to see how it works out. Not actually sure how it will. There's an argument that if we were going to play a build like this, that we should literally like have, you know, Adantos and everything in the deck, but I'm not real sure. And I wanted to just give this list a try. So anyway, that's basically some of the reasons that this build's a little different than the other builds we're playing. Hopefully it works out fine. I'm not sold on all of these 1-drops. I'm not sold on not having Legions of Landing. But basically wanting to try out this card and wanting to try out this card. And apparently I'm dropping a lot of frames, so maybe this won't go particularly well, but who knows. I should have talked about the sideboard a little bit. I kind of want more Scrap Heap Scroungers in this build, but other than that, the sideboard's about where I want to be, I think. Probably... I don't know what decks I want to fourth one of these in versus. Or sorry, a third one. Don't know, just trying to say I don't know what I would want the sideboard one of those in versus. So this hand's pretty good. Hopefully Vampire Bro will get to do vampire damage. Depending on what deck he's playing, it'll probably inform what 2-drop we play a little bit more. There's a pretty strong choice that I'm just going to play this Dusky Boy this turn and attack for 2. Two lands are ready for our first 2 draw steps. That's not exciting, but it's okay. It's a good chance that they're just like some kind of Grixis deck. And they are, which means they have a pretty good block this turn no matter what happens. It's pretty awkward mana. Think I'm just going to attack. Maybe they don't block. They probably definitely block if we played a Legion's Landing. I think there's a good chance that they don't block if we don't. Sneak this in and get this down this turn. If they don't have a removal spell for some reason, we do get a Sin next turn. But them not having a removal spell seems highly unlikely. Could have Whirler Virtuoso too, which would be about the least ideal thing possible. Yeah, that's what it looks like this is. So we can guarantee a send. Or we can play the Legion's Landing and offer the trade on the Virtuoso. I think I would rather just guarantee a send. I think that plays out better for the rest of the game. I don't think I want to trade either of these just for a token. But, like, it could potentially be worth it because if he does make that trade, he doesn't get to draw a card this turn. So, yeah, I don't think he gets to draw a card this turn if he makes that trade, and I think I'm fine with that overall. And the odds of this card not getting killed next turn are pretty low anyway. But basically, I'm trying to turn off this card draw, especially while he's kind of like chunked on like weird mana. Alright, well, it looks like he's going to get there anyway. Not exciting to see that. Maybe we'll draw Thopter Arrest and still be able to attack or something, but this isn't where we want to be. Obviously. Pretty sure I'm supposed to block if he attacks. Maybe not though, it's kind of telling, and we could just Deadlands it if we wanted. Alright, well I'm just going to play this. And hopefully bash him for like 6 here. It'll be a little sad if this doesn't work out like I want it to. Like if they have a Fatal Push or a Magma Spray, it's going to be pretty saddening. And they're having a pretty long pause, so that's not a good sign for me. Oh, it's a lot better sign than I expected, I guess. So now we have enough mana to use either the Deadlands or the Dunes, depending on what blocks and things he has available. But like we currently have... Why? Why would you take 3 extra damage for no reason? How bad was that? Oh my god, that was frustratingly bad. Sometimes I just don't understand these plays. They make no sense. I could just attack with everything, right? He's probably going to have a Vraska's Contempt here. I don't know which one of these is better to kill. Maybe it's just better to use it on this one. Makes any block he does at least a trade. I like the idea of him at least trading with a block. Well, sorry, if he uses this, it's a block. If we don't use it on that and we just kill that, he gets a chump. He doesn't get to draw a card off this anyway, unless he also has another Harness Lightning. If he has another Harness Lightning, that's just not that bad for us. Yeah, like, just this stuff's just not that bad for us. Obviously, we're not in great shape because, like, he's moving into a turn where he can play a Gear Hulk. And he still has just, like, a bunch of cards in his hand in general. Well, or no, he just has the best possible while still having mana up. That's pretty good too, I hear. Guess I'm supposed to just smash this and go? Thought we were really far ahead this game. I think I like all the decisions we've made. Just getting to the point in the game where like their deck excels, and I mean we obviously drew Bit too many lands, probably. We drew 7 in 14 cards, so like 50% of our draws have been lands so far, and we've not drawn any of our high impact cards. Like a Dusk or a Sanctum or a Radiant. Any of those cards could have changed this game a pretty good amount. Say we're just dead now? Yeah. Well, we drew more than 50% of our draws as lands, so. I feel like this is good here, this is good here. I don't think I want any of this other stuff. Maybe this attacks a lot. Maybe this. What wouldn't I want then? I feel like we probably want all the 1-drops. Huh. I'd have to take out 4 cards? I just don't want to take out 4 of any of these cards. Guess I'm just not going to bring that in then? Huh. Maybe I'm supposed to take these out? Sure. I feel like this is one of the matches that I'm happy to play versus, but like we got manhandled pretty badly. Like the game wasn't particularly close, we just got destroyed. Hey man, what's up? Sand isn't a particularly good draw, but I think it's better than a mulligan. We're just not going to win many games when we're drawing like 5 lands and 4 spells, though. They literally had that opening twice. The openings were really, really good. It's kind of tilting that they've had it twice in a row. Like, mathematically, it shouldn't happen that often. Anyways, they just... Not into that play. Did they sideboard in the gate? Alright, well if they did, they didn't draw it, so at least that's good. It's a good chance they have a removal spell here. Good chance they have another removal spell. I think I'm supposed... Oh, wow. They didn't do anything. Alright, so this is kind of interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to kill this and attack. If they had a removal spell, I think they would have already killed my dude. I don't want to give them a chance to like harness lightning and like draw more cards or something. I don't really want to play our Champion of Dusk into open mana. If they don't ever play anything, we're going to, but... I would rather them counterspell this than the Martyr. This is a play mistake, though. I should have played the land so we could at least play around Supreme Will. So that was kind of a mistake by me. They took damage again. They keep taking damage and then killing our spell. I think people do that way too much. I just don't know why you would take the damage first in most of these scenarios. Not saying that you never do that, but like a lot of the times they've done that here just seems weird. That's whatever. Take less damage, and that's fine. See if we get something we can play. And we didn't, so pop. Opponent's not really doing it this game, are they? I wonder if I'm supposed to bring in Duresses in a match like this. I don't really think I am. Like I don't think I'm worried about. I don't think I'm worried about most of their spells. I think I'm pretty much only worried about Scarab God and Glint. If I'm worried about Glint a whole lot, am I supposed to bring in Fatal Push? I really feel like Scarab God and Glint are the only two cards I care about. I'm just going to run it back. Hey, Tacos. Yep. Getting ready to go into Game 3 of Round 1. Sounds reasonable. We're going to have to draw several lands, but we have the top end of our deck. Hopefully they don't have turn 2 Glint plus a draw 3 games in a row. Because if they do, we will not beat that with this draw. We just won't. Yeah. 3 games in a row? Of course, why wouldn't they have it 3 games in a row? Like the math behind them even having that 1 out of 3 games is not in their favor. I try not to play the same deck twice. Without at least a gap in time. That's insane that they had that 3 games in a row when like the math of them having it 1 out of 3 games isn't even that high. It probably beats us though, especially if they followed up with a Whirler Virtuoso. Hey Boot, how are you doing? Oh wow, they don't have a land though. I think I'm just going to play the other Martyr in Dusk here, as opposed to the Dusk Legion. Don't really need cards at this point. Just trying to race. You're living the dream? That's pretty sweet. I'm having a pretty good time myself. Again, they took 2 damage for no reason, and then killed our dude. Why do opponents keep doing this? It's 3 games in a row that he's let us deal extra damage. Yeah, it's pretty low. That's what I was saying. Like, they're not a favorite to have them both, and to have it 3 games in a row is like pretty favored or pretty unfavored as well. Sure, but keep in mind I do not play much Modern, so I know very, very, very little about Modern. Hopefully they don't have another Harness Lightning. Wonder if I'm not supposed to attack and just try to keep that off the table. When they miss the land, though, I feel like I'm pretty happy attacking here. At least this turn, them not killing this makes sense. But like the other 2 games, like they didn't kill a Legion. They didn't kill a Lord one time. Here, at least, like it's not as cut and dry because like maybe they're finding something that won't leave a vampire behind. But it feels really bad. It felt really bad the other games, where like they were killing things that left nothing behind. Like they weren't going to find a better threat either of those games. I'm going to play the Call to the Feast here. What are we looking at? Why is it not loading? And then they choose to do it this time. It's just the times they choose. It's the first time they've done it before an attack. Like I said, in this third game, it was actually reasonable because we had the only threat we had in play was something that like returns a threat to play. But the other games just didn't make sense at all. What are we looking at? Teferi's Puzzle Box. I remember that card. Chasm Skulker. Skulker? I don't know. It's a squid. The big squid. I played a... I got a... I used to play Turbo Squid in Vintage. Skulker. Okay. Thank you. Too much redneck to talk. I pull his deck up. Oratog. Oh, sacrifice an enchantment. I guess a Sphinx's Tutelage. Have no idea what this card does, but I know I have a foil Japanese one. Or no, that's a lie. I think it's Korean. Huh. I'm a big fan of Chasm. I don't think I have the videos anymore, but when we played that in Vintage, that was really sweet. It was like a Notion Thief Time Twister deck. Their opponent had two really bad draws, even though they had really good openings. I don't think I'm supposed to bring in Fatal Push just for that opening, though, because like Lars was saying, the math of them to have both is pretty low, and then we had to have that math that like I only want Fatal Push if they have both, so like I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to have Fatal Push in just for that. I gotta be honest, I don't know what quite a few of these cards are. Perilous Research, oh. Draw 2 cards and sack a permanent, that's kinda cool. You'd think that'd get more play. That seems like it's a reasonable card. We'll keep this hand. We have a bunch of dudes. Oh god. Okay. I thought I F6 my turn for a second and I was sad. No, I don't think we have any chance to beat mono green. If that's what they're playing. Like, we can't really enter. I don't know. I guess we could draw a Cast Out or a Thopter. We can beat Galta if we draw something like that. Right? Maybe we can go wide enough? I'm not sure. We 5-0'd of this mono green deck last night, assuming that they are playing mono green. I liked it a lot. I thought it was real fun. And then we get like Llanowar Elf and like a new 5/4 or something to add to it. Thought it was fun. It's going to get even better. Ooh. We have a chance. Friends. Friends, we've drawn everything we need to have a chance. Except for, you know, the Cast Out, the land, or a Thopter Arrest. We've drawn some of the things we need to have a chance. I'll rephrase. Alright, we're definitely taking that. Four mana? What's 4 mana? You only have 9, you're not Galtaing. RIP! Thought we had a chance. No! Don't kill my bros! Are you a land? Alright, well you're a land. What's the best thing we can do now then? I don't want to play any of our things. It's probably something like this and this. Play Radiant Attack. I feel like I'd rather just play Legion Landing and something before I'd play Radiant. Or sorry, Legion's Lieutenant. That's actually a fault, Tacos. I sideboarded out the Monument most games. I think I'm into this. I would trade Maven for both of those. I'm gonna play this because we really need to find a cast out or like a Thopter or something. That could do it depending on how they tap. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A lot of things get Skalta in play right now. Like Resilient Kenra for one. Gets Skalta in play. Don't know if they're going to attack though. I don't think I can block. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So no matter what, we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage in. That's not enough, is it? 10 damage isn't enough. Maybe we can find something better. So this thing's going to deal 12 damage. It's pretty... Get in touch with your inner Scarab God. Can't go wrong if you play Scarab Gods. So that puts us at an effective 1 life. What the hell? What's going on? My webpage is just like restarted for some reason. That's odd. I'm pretty sure I just play Radiant Destiny and attack. Think I gain enough life that the Ghalta doesn't kill me and I still have a whole bunch of blockers, so... It kind of turns off the Walking Ballista in terms of killing the Legion's Lieutenant as well. I'm just trying to decide whether I'm attacking with everything or just like the vampires or something. Really? You're gonna make me tap? Oh, there it is. Vampires. Shouldn't have played that land. I don't want this to die. Do I care if anything else dies? If I just attack with them all, he blocks 1, 2, 3, 4. If he chooses. So he takes 6 down to 5. And the best thing he can do is kill 2 of my guys. So like next turn the Sanctum Seeker is just lethal. And I'm gaining 9 life. Yeah, I guess that's actually just a fine attack, right? I don't know why I overfought this turn. I'm not sure anything I can do goes wrong here. Short of him having like maybe a monument in another land and like playing getting enough profit off of I think I had to put the Legion's Landing in combat, but I'm not sure. Or I keep calling it Legion's Landing. Legion Lieutenant. This kills the Dusky. Gain 9 though. Or if he's just doing this block, he's going to 2. I find it hard to figure out how I'm going to die next turn when I'm at like 21. I'm not sure how I'm going to die next turn, so. Oh god, I didn't update the deck list. I'm sorry. Updated at least one of them, right? Stream Decker. Let me go update the other one as well. Thank you. Thank you. Can't believe I forgot that. Alright, I think they're both updated now. Terrible streamer. I apologize. Yeah, they should both be updated now. Trash streamer. But they both should work now. Guess I just don't even have to block, do I? Hope this card does what I think it does. Yeah, it does. Sweet. Good thing there's no Beastafin in this format. Whenever a vampire you control attacks. Alright. Yeah, I've tried the Queen's Decree build. I tried the ones that had Crested Sunmare in them, but I've not tried the ones that have Champion of Dusk, and I'm pretty sure the Champion of Dusk build's just much better. But I think that deck's actually pretty good. I think that deck's probably the second, third, or fourth best current non-Scarab God deck. Like, I feel like it's better positioned than the mono red decks at the moment. So it's like probably a toss-up between it and green-white tokens. Obviously, I think that like blue-black control, Grixis, and blue-black mid-range are just, I think they're the three top decks right now. But that's just my random opinion and doesn't make it remotely true. Doesn't make it remotely true at all. It's just like kind of my faults. I think a lot of decks are prepared to beat mono red, but no, I think like I was saying before the tournament started, not that anybody can, not that anybody knows it wasn't here. Like I feel like the Queen's Commission build, that's basically like the Kiefer Joe Lassette build, but that just has Champion of Dusk over Suncrested Mare and like a little bit different sideboard. I think that's kind of where I want to be. I think I actually want Fatal Pushes in this match. They have a lot of things Fatal Pushes can kill. This card's probably not great. That card's actually probably really good, right? The problem I have with this deck is, like, I always want to bring in more things than I want to take out. Like, I feel like all of the cards that I have over here to bring in are just good. But I have no idea what I want to take out. Like, everything just feels good to me. I guess maybe Profane Procession's too slow. Especially considering they're a Blossoming Defense deck. Maybe this card's not good enough. I like Chump Blocks, though. I don't know how much it Chump Blocks. Maybe Fragmatize is good enough, too. I think I'm going to pull this out. Let's take one Dusk out, too. I'm not sure. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got a trophy from Mono Green last night. I don't know what his list is off the top of my head, but I recognize his name as like a guy who plays a lot, so like he's probably put a decent amount of work into it. I got paired versus Merfolk twice my last week. Like, is that my last league. Is that a thing now? Just like Merfolk a thing now? Yeah, token matches are really hard to beat. I would have thought the Winding Constrictor match would have been okay. Like, they're pretty slow. And, like, have some kind of, like, mana issues, even. Speaking about mana issues, by the way. Sign me up for one of those right now. Huh, I wonder what made Merfolk popular. I've always liked Merfolk. I just could never find a build that felt comfortable. Yeah, Deeproot's good. Oh, wow, he's attacking? Don't hate that. Land? White land. Exactly what we needed. Thrashing Barunthodon. What if we're supposed to play Call to the Feast or Champion of Dusk on the next turn? Hey, you can have the sweet power of the Preyapons. I don't think I can take 8. Eight seems like too much. Oh, and a Galta? Well, we're just dead then, ain't we? I don't think we have any out now. We didn't draw our removal spell, but there's only 3 in the deck, so... Like, drawing ones... Well, I guess there's 6 in the deck. But drawing one's, like, not super favored, so we can block 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of it. Okay, well, if we wasn't dead, we're dead now. Oh, well, we have every removal spell that we have in the deck that seems reasonable. I played it. I thought it was good, but I thought the mana was real bad. I wonder if I'm supposed to just try to be aggressive. That doesn't feel good. Sideboarding this card out feels real bad. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Good hand, but I'm not gonna keep a one-lander. Not a good hand, but I am gonna keep it. Hey, we actually had a Fatal Push this time, and it just didn't matter. Alright. Land off the top after we scry is not going to get us anywhere. What's opponent got? El Brontodonaroo? I think I'd better save a Fatal Push for that, I guess. Always in the monkey club. Alright, I give up. Just gonna use this before it hits us for a lot of damage. Alright, we're just not gonna win this game, I don't think. We don't have anything going for us. He's gonna get too big too quick. Yeah, I don't think sweepers are actually that good versus those decks. And I think when you start wasting your slots and putting like sweepers and stuff in, you're just gonna lose to the other decks. I don't know. I've not been keen on sweepers. They've not impressed me at all. I need to draw something to even attack. They still have 6 cards in our hands that are 0. I would have thought this match would have been okay, but maybe I'm just bad. I would have expected this match to have been okay. Well, that doesn't do anything. I think I just got followed by somebody. Nope, I didn't. Those days when Mono Red crushed, or sorry, when zombies just crushed Mono Red, and the games weren't particularly close. I haven't saw any outer core. What sucks is they can still Gata here. They just kind of like went off. That's what Monument lets you do with the deck. And this is the 3rd game in a row that we've not drawn any cast outs or any of our Thopters. Again, there's only 3 of them in the deck, so like we can't be that upset when we don't draw them. Alright, so we're just dead. Hey, thank you for the follow. So we beat a match that I thought would be easy, and we lost to a match that I thought would be hard. Maybe I just don't understand anything. I just do not think that was the case. I was pretty happy to get paired versus the red opponent. Paired versus the old 1-2. I have another hand with no early interaction. Or creatures, rather. Did get a Thopter arrest this game? I don't think Zombies was particularly good either. I think you play Marvel in that format or you don't play. But I'm one of those people, and everybody says I'm wrong. Uh-oh. Can't imagine any deck that's leading with a Rivulet. Something that I'm going to be happy to see. Especially if they have a Plains to go with it. No, they just don't have anything to go with it, maybe. Well, they can get a black source now and like kill our Legion, but they can't kill the Call if they do that. Uh-oh, that's even worse. They have white mana. I'm pretty sure we're at about 0% chance to beat the white mana decks pre-board. They don't have another land. I mean, obviously it's good for us. I will play around 2 sensors that you don't have, I guess. Hey, yeah. I like putting this in play primarily because I want not speaking properly here, but like in case I draw a chef at Dunes and he doesn't kill it or whatever, but he's probably going to kill it because of the Field of Runes, so like that's probably dumb of me. This has got to be a cast out, right? This doesn't do anything to a cast out, does it? Nope. Alright, so take your, 6 damage, or sorry, 9 damage and be happy. Oh, 6 damage. I was right the first time. I'm just dumb. Alright, so the game's over. We've lost. Pretty sure we can just concede from here. Alright, won't make anybody waste their time. Like, this game's just over. Cards that are good versus them. This thing's good, this thing's good, this thing's good, and these things are good. But unfortunately, we don't have Lost Legacy, so nothing that we bring in really matters. Like, none of this stuff matters too darn much. Eh. I want to bring this thing in too to try to get more nut draws. Like, I don't really want to take out any of my 2-drops and stuff, so like I'm just cutting high stuff because I feel like curving out's one of the only ways to beat them. I want all of these cards though. I actively just want all of these things. Alright, whatever. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's not particularly good, but like I don't think you can just mulligan every hand. We have a 1-drop and another drop. Like, the Million Radiance Destinies aren't very cool, but yeah, but it is one of the ways that lets us win an early game, right? Like, if we get to turn 4 and 5 and 6, I think the game's just over. And like, isn't that one of the ways for us to win early? I have no idea, Heath. We've not discussed it at all. We've had no conversation about it. Probably the one in Durham, North Carolina. That would be my guess, but I'm not sure. Need an untap land here. Alright. Well, now we need a duress. Red Rober, send us on over duress. I think we just lose if we don't get duress, don't we? They kept whatever it was on top. That's not good. Not good. Not good. That's also not good. I guess I want lands. I gotta actively want him to use this, right? If I only attacked with like 2 things, he could just take the damage and untap and fumigate. I think Durham's like 30 minutes shorter than Nashville. I'm not sure. It might be like 45 minutes from where I'm at. Kind of just want to play this, but that feels like it has to be wrong. Whatever. Feel like a genius now, don't we? Kefnet, by the way, is unplayable, and he shouldn't sideboard it in even if he did want it. This is like really, really bad in approach decks. There's just no way he ever has time to use it versus us if our deck's working. If our deck's not working, I mean, obviously you can do anything you want. You're killing this over the Bloodfast. That's interesting. They have Torrential Gearhulks. I personally don't think Torrential Gearhulk's good enough to be in the deck, much less... I would bring it in this match, but I don't think it's good enough to even be in the 75. Like, I think it's an active liability at this point. But I'm crazy, so what do I know? Think I'm just going to jam this? Still get to draw a card if he counterspells it, right? I guess the case we can draw 2 cards like if he doesn't counterspell it. I don't know, that's probably just really wrong. Sure, just look for a duress. Have fun, opponent. We tried our best. We tried our best. I'm torn for my team at RPGQ. Got one good teammate, and I think we could queue. Why would he get crushed playing Standard? Like, Standard's one of the easier formats to just like hamper down and really work at. Like that feels like a fixable problem. It's like I don't really even have that good of a play here. Still none of the card that I need. Vampire. I'm gonna go ahead and play this one too, in case they have like a cast out or something for the other thing. I also do not take criticism very well. So we assumed that they would have a Gearhulk. That's okay. We gotta find a sideboard card at some point, right? We've activated our Bloodfast about 1,000,000 times. I'm saying we have to find a sideboard card. We have to find another sideboard card. Let's go with that. We really need a duress on one of these turns. Let me do the old Googling here. I apologize if there's background noise. I'm going to MapQuest. I don't know what their ads do. checking out directions to try to figure out what RPTQ I'll be very likely attending. I have no idea if there's ads or not. I don't really use this website that much. Let's see, the North Carolina one is, looks like 5 hours and 11 minutes from me, and Nashville is almost 6 hours, so it's like a 45-minute difference. I probably should also use Google Maps. I guess I'm just going to start with this. I don't know. He's only got 4 mana up. I'm going to start with this. JK. Changed my mind. Don't kill me, please. Hey, we have a dress. The hell do you do? I just want to look at his hand here. I have a cast out and a 40 and this big old giant thing. And a glimmer. Well, that feels like a solvable problem. Huh, which one am I supposed to take? I guess I'm supposed to take Glimmer, right? Man, I screw Glimmer. I feel like I have to take Glimmer. Card's just too good not to take. Go ahead and play this. It lets us flip that thing next turn. And maybe we hit a 1-drop. Didn't hit a 1-drop, so pew pew. Pew pew. Well, everything that we have is going to be absolutely massive if that counts for anything at all. He sackled the cast out. He no longer thinks cast out's any good. It also lets them flip search for Azcanta, which is a problem. So what have I missed in the chat? 60 for people? Aww. Did you really hit that and then you just win? How lucky. I knew that was a possibility when we made the play, but like I was trying to win next turn. $20 teams doesn't sound like a lot. Alright, well we got smashed again, but we're never going to beat a blue-white deck with an aggro deck. Unless it's like mono-red. Huh. I actually forgot about... I wasn't thinking about teams. I was thinking we were going to be in like some 7 or 8 round strum of teams. It wasn't dawning on me at all that like there might only be 20 teams or 30 teams. That makes me actually want to go more. I was actually thinking about skipping, but now that makes me want to go even more. Huh. Damn, that's a lot. The old at least semi-mirror probably? Yeah, semi-mirror. I can attack if I play this one. I don't mind to trade it for his flyer. So I have a problem going to the RPTQ because I had planned on streaming for 365 days in a row, and like the RPTQ is somewhere when I'm in like the 330-ish mark, the 335 range or whatever. So that was the one reason I was considering not going to the RPTQ. Because I don't really want to pack a computer and try to find a hotel that'll have a good enough stream or connection, like possibly get my computer damaged or stolen, etc., etc. Because, you know, my computer is my life. Huh. Well, that's another one of those. Doesn't have wonderful attacks, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, it's probably safe just to jam this thing. Figure out what in the world we're going to do next turn. Attack-wise. Oh yeah, we can play both of these next turn. We're certainly not attacking this turn then, are we? No, 11 life's just too high still. Use your Grand Prix winnings when they come in. They should all be teams for the RPTQ we're talking about. We're talking about, we're not talking about the RPTQ coming up. We're talking about the one on down the road. That's interesting. That card might actually do something. Vampire Bros Unite. Vampire Bros Unite. Vampire Bros Unite. And Vampire Bros Get Froggy. Don't think I want to put my Legion in combat. Feel like I can get it in combat better at a different time. Yeah, that's not the one we were talking about. It should be sealed as well. But yeah, it's not a team event for sure. So he's got like double block here, but like he's in really bad shape either way, unless he's got like maybe another call in his hand, and then he's not even in that good a shape because we drew the cast out. And I will not pronounce this right, Halt Azil. But Heath, you're kind of having the same issue I'm having with considering the RPTQ and the PT. Like, I feel that if I can get my team to actually practice, and I don't know that I can get my team to practice, like one of my teammates kind of is a little spacey, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like he's got a lot of different hobbies and things like that, and like he gets in these kicks where he just doesn't want to play Magic, and if that falls on the wrong time, we're going to have a serious problem, I think. But so I didn't mean it to sound insulting, even though it kind of does sound insulting. But as long as he's in practice, I think we have a reasonable chance. but not a great chance. But our big problem is, or what I consider our biggest problem, is that when it comes, even if we did qualify, none of us have access to really test Legacy or Modern. Like, all we have is what little we can do on Magic Online. I don't think either of those places is a great place to test those formats. Pretty sure I'm just attacking with everything. I think I'm just casting this Legion and attacking with everything, right? So if I'm just casting the Legion and attacking with everything, there's no reason not to go ahead and play this. It might inform my decision a little bit better. But no, like Gunner's pretty sharp and he plays pretty good when he's trying, but all the time, like more months out of the year, he would rather play Overwatch and Fortnite and PUBG or learn guitar or something like that than actually put effort into learning the format. And I think that's one of the things that'll definitely be very bad at, or like very prohibitive. Is that a word? Prohibitive? Yeah, that sounds like a word. Prohibitive to us in terms of us even winning an RPTQ. But like, even if we do win the RPTQ, I feel like we're all pretty dead money at the PT. I have never gone to a Team Unified GP. So I think like I said, I think that'll all be kind of bad for us, but I'm not really sure. Kind of want Fragmatize. Was Fragmatize good enough for just Radiant Destinies? Like, Radiant Destiny's so good that you'd think maybe it is. I'm going to cut one of those. I think I'm going to cut these on the draw. Probably going to cut them on the play too, but I'm at least going to cut them on the draw. Yeah, I probably should have boot. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have any control over my RPTQ team though, because I did not win the I did not win the PPTQ. I am somebody's taking me with them, so it's their team. I'm just along for the ride. Their team, I'm just along for the ride. I am going to be, well, I plan to. I have 2 more coming up. I have one on April the 8th, I think. I have one on the 8th and one on the 15th. Yeah. Problem is, I don't own the cards to even try. I don't own Scarab Gods in paper, and I can't borrow them. So, like, I have to try to win without a Scarab God in my deck, which is not very easy to do. Which is why you see me why I don't play Scarab Gods on stream as much as as one might would have expected me to. This attack's probably not very good. I don't actually even know why I'm doing it. I'm probably just getting this Fatal pushed for nothing. Yeah, like I said, I'm probably just getting that thing Fatal pushed for nothing. Thank you very much, Halt, and thank you so much for the follow. Black Wild Vampires is pretty sweet. I am quite the fan. Hello. Like, there's a paper event tomorrow I wouldn't mind to go to, but without Scarab Gods, I don't really feel like I want to. Yeah. I want to go to Seattle. I'm jealous. I could probably borrow them for a Grand Prix. I'm sure one of my friends would loan them to me for that. Don't do it. Don't do it, friendo. Okay. It could have been worse. We'll accept that as tribute. Ooh. Vampire Bros unite. You just attack with everything then, can I? He's got some good double blocks, but I'm fine with that. I just want his stuff off the board before he like redraws his own. Hey, Veer. I've not saw a queen yet, and queen's like the one thing that always makes me think they're playing the mirror. Or playing it. But they could be. If they are, we probably need to at least bring back into Thopter. Ixalan's binding. No, that was our bro. Okay. Again, I just want to kill their stuff. Like, the less things they have on the board, the better that feels for me. They still have good double blocks. They still could have Fatal Push, but... We're getting a lot closer to that ourselves, Cakes. I think one of our primary or our only primary stores probably going to quit holding Friday Night Magics and stuff soon. I think. No, it got so much worse. I thought we were fine, but we weren't fine. It was all a trap. Probably do something at some point. I kind of want to get rid of the Sheffet Dunes at this point, right? Because I'm afraid of another Legion landing. I'm going to leave the Martyr back because if he does have another thing, at least I can block. It's down to one card, though. Ixalan's Binding. But that's just not fun, opponent. Actually, could be a lot worse. Yeah, so opponent has Ixalan's Binding, so we definitely want our Fragmentize. Again, I'm going to attack with both of those because it's too easy for him to have like some kind of Lord effect to make my Vampire not block well to begin with. At some point, he's going to find a way to kill this dude, and we're going to be the saddest of sads. Well, that's pretty good for me. They go to 5 to just, like, basically kill themselves? And by basically kill themselves, I mean they're just dead on board? I didn't even have to sack that. Like, they were just dead to this dealing 2 and these dealing 3. I don't think they added the 1 point of damage this counted for itself would be. But I'm not sure. Because, like, they didn't have to play that. And, like, they were in okay shape. What if I wasn't supposed to even block there? With the 3-4. I don't know. Anyway, going for a pity chest. Yeah. I did too, though. It's late at night. Nobody can focus anymore. It's too late to focus. It's almost 4 a.m. And there's fried chicken in my fridge. Like, how in the world am I supposed to focus when I know as soon as this league's over, I get fried chicken? I set myself up for fail. I mean, I can't help it. There's fried chicken to be had. Don't you play a fatal push. Get that out of here. Rude. Don't know what they're playing yet. No. That's more rude. I'm just going to play this, give them something to kill if they want. I don't care. Unfortunately, I'm out of ice cream for tonight. There's only enough for my old man, and I don't want to take his ice cream. Blue-black. Blue-black with a rivulet. Attack you, friend. There is no potato salad, but they are macaroni and cheese, toast, and some ranch dressing dipping sauce with it. Cold toast, by the way, that's been in the refrigerator. Not good. Whatever. I'm casting it anyway. If they want to waste their entire next turn to kill 2 of my things, it lets me resolve the call to the feast, so I think that's okay. This was pretty good. Pretty good mac and cheese, too, to be honest. Like, it's not bad mac and cheese. Counterspell it. See if we care. We might want to kill this before we get City's Blessing, and I'm fine with that. I was wrong. He did not want to kill that before we got City's Blessing. Well, I guess I can't attack with that one then. Woo! That, Walking Ballista is like doing the work. If he wastes every turn doing just what he did, though, like, we win in time, right? Frozen Stuffers. I've not had any of that. This is from a place, I think it's called, like, Slim Chickens or something? Slim Chickens? Yeah. That's what it's called. This is this place. Alright, what do I do now? I'm like years behind, right? Feel like I have to kill this? Can this deck beat Gateway Ramp? Want that thing off the table? I don't know if this deck can even beat Gateway Ramp. Assuming they draw well. Arg. Certainly can't with this draw. We're just like basically doing nothing. I didn't know that they were heavy on blue anymore. I had no idea they were still real heavy on blue cards. Oh, it's a Scarab God. So this game's just over. Unless I draw like Cast Out this turn? That's not a Cast Out. Pretty sure we had a very good draw and our opponent cast 4 spells and we died. Our opponent legitimately just cast 4 spells and we died. With a draw that I thought was very good. Stupid Walking Ballista. They have sweepers post-board too, don't they? Like, this doesn't get better, it gets worse, right? If I don't get a Lord this turn, I'm probably scooping. If I get a Lord this turn, I'm probably scooping. So they get another blocker. Pretty sure I'm still just dead, unless like they don't have a removal spell, and maybe we draw a Seeker. Maybe that gets us there. The toast from my place is bad. Like, this is kind of bad for us because like they can just get the Martyr and Dust back, block something, and then still even have a lifelinker. Or they can get the Walking Ballista and it'd be even worse for us because they have like more options next turn. Though the Walking Ballista feels like one of the worst options they chose. But anyway, they're going to 5. Oh, no, never mind. Their last card was a Fatal Push. Why does your last card have to be a Fatal Push? We just don't ever win from this spot, do we? This thing can clean my board up, basically. Think we can concede? We're going to let him tap his mana and see whatever the heck he's going to do. Oh, another Walking Ballista. Alright, we're definitely conceding now. This deck doesn't really beat Walking Ballista, does it? Is this good enough to bring in? Probably not. I think I just want to try to be fast. Procession's not in our main deck. I don't think I want to sideboard it in either. Definitely don't want that. Like, these are the potential cards, but what would I sideboard out is the question. I already have to find room for 6 things? That's like a lot of things. I just don't want these. They have enough sweepers that like maybe that card's bad. To be honest, I've never stopped by there, Dong. I don't know. I have my food brought to me from someone. Because, like, leaving houses suck, man. Not sure that I want Profane. Yeah. Sadly, our Friday Night Magics usually aren't done until after midnight. See you, Heath. Take care, man. Yeah, I should be there. Wait. I might not be there next week. I just forgot. We're considering going to Williamson next week to play Modern. But I guess if you're going to be in Pikeville, we'll probably come to Pikeville instead. Yeah, we'll definitely probably come to Pikeville since you're going to be there. Don't think I want... I guess I'll trim on one of these, but that feels terrible. Maybe these aren't good enough? I have no idea. These cards just seem bad. That card seems too good. Alright, take care, man. I want everything. Can I just take a land out? Okay, I give up. Taking out a Bloodfast. Alright, well. Mulligan. This hand seems fine. It's not very good. It's like one of the slower hands that we could ever keep, but I'm actually going to leave that on top. Lets me cycle this cast out next turn while playing the Aspirant and like obviously our Curve's large. Really? Didn't I sideboard out most of my spells? Sure. Showing our opponent that we drew this because Jimmy don't care. Because Jimmy don't care. He plays a Walking Ballista. I'm just dead, ain't I? He brought in a Bloodfast? I apparently don't understand what me and my opponent are both doing. Like, I apparently just don't understand this game. I don't understand what their deck's doing or something. Maybe I'm just not as familiar with their lists as I would have imagined I was, or they've changed like that much since then. Like, the things he's done so far seems odd. Land one time? That's not a land, but we'll accept it. Hopefully they don't hit a sweeper, or at least a land to go for the sweeper. Attack you for 5, put you at 7. Theoretically have a lethal attack for the next turn. If we get an untapped land, it's a good chance that we just win, right? That seems kind of odd. They like didn't do anything on turn 2, and then turn 3 they did 3 damage to themselves. So like, me and them apparently have a different opinion on how this match is going to play out. Also, don't have a whole lot of spells for Duress. Does that mean that like taking Radiance Destiny out was bad? Because there's literally only 6 spells in my deck, or well, I guess that's not true. There's 10 spells in my deck. But like, if you're duressing my Duress, is that your best thing, or is that, are you happy to duress my Duress? Is what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're happy duressing a Duress, then maybe I'm just wrong. But like, when I played that deck, I had multiples Yahini's Expertise and multiple Bantus, so like, wasn't that afraid of them having a Call to the Feast. Like, I was just gonna kill it. I was just gonna play a sweeper and kill them all. This hand's a keep. Again, it's a little weird on lands, but whatever. Oh, wow, that's a lot better than... I assumed that they had a Fatal Push when they led with that. Well, they've not showed anything yet, so I think I'm just going to play this. And get our tap land into play now. Doomfall. Target exiles a creature we control. Sure. Kind of want to cycle one of these. So I think I'm going to play it like this. It only really sucks if we draw like a courtyard, but... never mind. Not cycling one of those anymore. Could just have a sweeper here, but we don't lose too much if they do. Mastermind. Which means we probably hold back now. Ooh. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And definitely just killing stuff, right? Then we can play 2 things on the next turn. I don't know what else they get, so like maybe this is bad. Not sure what they get here that's not like Yahini. Or like Bantu or Walking Ballista or something. Just in general, I expect them to be killing my board. Oh wow, that was brutal. And a Doomfall? Wow, that was so good. Took the Champion of Dusk, that's interesting. It's what I would have considered was the worst card in my hand in that spot. turn for opponent. Opponent missed a land drop, though, and they're stuck on 2 colors. They can fix the 2 colors with the Fielder Rune, but they probably need another sweeper or a duress. Deal scissor hand, you choose none. Alright. Let them pick what they want, because they'll probably take the call. We're probably, if they don't play a land, we're probably cycling the cast out. I guess we're cycling the cast out Outer Way then if we have nothing left. That was a good draw. Because that potentially puts lethal on the table for next turn. Assuming what they have, well, it puts quote-unquote 6 on the table. We got rid of our second cast out though, so like if they have their like 1 or 2 Scarab God now, we're just basically dead. Yeah, that was pretty good too. Ooh, another big threat. This game could go either way. It really depends on what's in their hand. That card's not fantastic. If they have a 3rd Doomfall, it's going to be aggravating. It'll be real aggravating if they have a 3rd Doomfall. They do have a 3rd Doomfall. What a tilt. It's another card that I don't actually think is particularly good versus me, but certainly is in this spot. And they got below duress range, which is something that I don't think they do on 2 colors real often. I guess they're just a mono black deck now. When I played it, they were like a solid black-green deck, so I apparently, like I said, just don't know what my opponent's playing. Like, this is just drastically different from the last time I've looked at one of their lists. And they have a Scarab God. Why did the game just have to end like that? What a nice top deck opponent. What a nice top deck. They were hellbent too. Makes this game considerably rougher. We've got 4 pulse of damage next turn for them buying back 1 thing. So, if they brick off and hit a land, I think we're there. Pretty sure we win if they hit a land. Because, like, if they hit a land, they block. If they, well, I guess if they don't hit a land, they just kill that and go to 1. And then, like, potentially have some kind of other play next turn, but that gives us live outs. That lets us be able to draw, like, a Legion and win, potentially. We'd still have 4 creatures back, though. I feel like the game could go either way, and this duress just looks real dumb in my hand. Do not like them using Scarab God here. Because if they use Scarab God and they miss, the game's over, right? But if they don't use Scarab God, they can kill the Scourmarch Aspirant and still have a chance. And if they draw a sweeper, they can't cast a sweeper now, but like maybe there's not another sweeper in their deck. Maybe I just don't know any better. Maybe there's like physically not another sweeper in their deck. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If they kill the flyer, they can get another turn, so I'm not sure I like the Scarab God activation. This gives them an additional scry, but like, it has to be a removal spell that's for 2 mana? or a creature for 2 mana? There just can't be a lot of those left in the deck, right? Well, we hit a land. Oh, they played a land, so they're just dead, right? So they block here, take 4. All right, they didn't even try to conceal it. Yeah, I didn't like that Scarab God play, but when I say I don't like that Scarab God play, I'm making assumptions that there's like sweepers and stuff in their deck, and I don't know that there's sweepers in their deck, right? Like maybe they just don't have another sweeper. Maybe they don't have one of those big, you know, tap a bunch of mana Bantus, or what do you call it? Battle of the Bridge or whatever. Like maybe they just don't have those cards. Maybe they don't have Vraska's Contempts. So like that's making assumptions on what's in their deck. And I shouldn't make that assumption, I guess. Like maybe they just don't have any of that stuff and just like playing 2 4/4s and top decking a Moment of Weakness or something is their only chance. I don't know, but like I said, like maybe my assumptions of what their deck is just wrong. Anyway, we got the Pity Chest. That's 10 matches in a row that I've not got paired versus blue-black mid-range or blue-black control. That's kind of different, right? Hold on. It's only lucky to look at your Pity Chest if you have the deck up you played. I don't know what the deck was named. It's not that. It is this. The deck felt fine. It didn't feel as powerful as the other decks we played. It felt like it feels like if you're an aggro deck that you still just want to play the appeal decks. It feels like they go a little wider, a little faster, and then like have a trump card that can just win matches. The Champion of Dusk and the Sanctum Seeker was very good though. Like both of these cards were really, really good. So what did we hit? Anger of the Gods. So we hit nothing. But that's fine. Yeah, I think I like Queens better. Like, I wasn't really impressed by these cards in general. And then, like, the rest of the deck's pretty close to the same. Actually, the Sky March Aspirants were pretty good. Like, this card felt, like, pretty bad. Wasn't a fan of this card. Wasn't a fan of this card at all, I don't think. Yeah, like this card, like Anthony was saying, this card seemed okay, but this card, did not like this card. What was the last one we played? We played something like this the last time we played it, and like, the Crested Sunmare, I just don't think is very good. I think this should be Champion of Dust. There's a good chance that Sky March and this are roughly, that Sky March might be a little bit better, this might be a little bit better. Don't actually know. The Pride wasn't super good the last time we played this build, but I don't know. There's like one less land in this build too. I don't know, but it's been a long, long time since we played this build. that would definitely be a good start, I think. I'm not sure how I feel like about this one of Maverin either. This sideboard or the sideboard we were just looking at? Hey, sweet, not a lot. You just missed us. Yeah. I think everybody's agreeing here that like these Conquistadors just did not feel particularly good in the deck whatsoever. Not having access to Legion Landing felt bad. Not having Queens felt considerably different from when we played it before. Don't know if you need the third Champion of Dusk or if 2's enough. Yeah, we did run. Oh, by the way, Chris, thank you for the host. Unfortunately, you just missed our league and we're getting ready to log off. What all did you play today? I didn't. I hosted you earlier, but I didn't get a chance to stop in and see what you were doing. I had to go do some work. Whatever it was, I'm sure that it was fantastic. Oh. This card actually felt really strong too. Who is streaming? Oh, you played Combustible Gearhulk Ramp. Oh, without combustibles. Your title's lying to me then. Well, that's just rude. Thanks, title. Thanks for lying to us. I'm just playing. Blue Black Prop. Summoning's just been picking up popularity again. It feels like it's always doing work. Who is playing Standard that I can host? There's just nobody playing Standard? Does nobody like Standard? Me and Chris are the only two people playing Standard, and there's still less than 100 people watching Standard right now? That's kind of amazing. Wow. I didn't realize Standard was that far down. Apparently if you're not playing Bloodbraid Elf or you're not playing Masters 25 Draft, no one cares. Well, that's kind of impressive. Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because nobody wants to hear me talk, and I'm going to hop out of here. And since nobody's playing Standard at all, I guess I'm going to host my friend who is like playing Fortnite rather badly. There's some decent modern players on. I can't pronounce his name, but like Emong is playing, and Agrofiend are playing. One of them's playing Red Green Bloodbraid, the other one's playing Green Red Tron. Like they're both pretty decent. If you're into Masters Draft, you've always got Kenji. He's doing a 24-hour stream right now, but that's going to do it for us. We're going to hop off, and we'll be back sometime Saturday. I'm not exactly sure what time Saturday because I may play the Commander Challenge, and don't think people like watching me stream challenges because there's so much dead air, but see you, Chris. Thank you again for the host. Sorry about the timing being so bad. But yeah, we'll be back Saturday sometime. Anyway, take care, everybody. And go make fun of this guy for me. Just be cruel to him. He'll love it. He loves it when people are cruel to him. He's a sadist. Anyway, I'll shut up now and just leave. Goodbye.